What's happening, ladies and gentlemen of League Zero, and welcome to the postseason press conference for the Expert Division champions, the San Francisco Glock. Got quite a few members of the team here right now. We got Glacial, Jazza, god damn it, you guys all have nicknames, Beast, Joshua, Tiny Moo, Nova, and Pascal. We got quite a few of the team. I got a few questions for you guys. So let's do this in a relative chronological order. So going into the draft, a lot of people were joking around that you guys were just going to be picking up Hanamura Hotshots plus Jazza, but how much of that was your actual plan, and what was your designated plan that you guys wanted to do coming into this season?
I mean, I'm the manager, so I guess I could mostly answer this. I mean, yeah, that kind of was the plan, just to pick up HH, but I was pretty open to picking up a player that looks like as kind of I don't know, like a seventh man, I guess would be the term, like a specialist. You know, if we saw anyone in Pugs, but there really wasn't anyone in Pugs, and so especially since we don't want to scrim, that also makes it an issue. So if we found someone that's really interested in playing and no one's scrimming, we just pick them up and then they don't even get playtime, and so that's just kind of mean to do that to that person. So it was mostly just HH was the plan.
And speaking of that, I believe you guys did get sniped in the draft from MK, so you picked up Jepic instead. Was there any predetermined, if someone gets sniped, you're going to pick up people, and Jepic was one of the people on that list, or you just kind of improvised?
I think that was part of the plan.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, I don't know if that specifically.
Well.
I forget. We definitely were planning the possibility of being sniped.
Yeah.
I don't think Jepic specifically, for MKey was what we thought would happen, but we definitely knew that out of the three northern MKey, and who else was it? Was it maybe?
Yeah.
Yeah, you, and even Kanji, but Kanji was kind of a side thing. But we definitely knew that there's a possibility of one of them getting sniped, so I was trying to plan for that. I think I even had Plasma as a backup. And I think I was going to take Plasma. But then, the round before I was going to get him, I think Chengdu, yeah, it was Chengdu that took him. And so then I think maybe that was the round I went with Bakanje. I forget, but
I think
it was, you basically, we had, the three that weren't, protected, which was, me, Northern, and MK.
Yeah.
And we had to decide on an order. We figured whoever would be the third to get picked up would be Snipes. So we kind of decided that MK would be the third because he was going to Pugs anyway, so there's a big chance of him getting sniped. So we kind of just planned for another DPS, and if we needed it, if MK got sniped, I could actually play mid support instead.
Yeah,
that's what happened. At least when I was helping Juice and Redx draft plan for Z9, I was if y'all want MK, you're gonna have to get him early because he's one of the only main supports that signed up.
I see. So you help them snipe him.
Okay, maybe.
I see.
Traitor.
Yeah.
A traitor.
It's okay. Jepic's better, anyways.
Yeah, I was gonna say, worked out.
Whoa,
We
dang.
MK, so
I didn't think they picked the
Hashtag
second
shots
round. That's
fired.
not bad.
Hot shots fired. Actually.
Hot shots fired. Hey.
Alright, going back to something you said briefly before, is how many times did you guys scrim? Was it at all, or you just kind of chill the entire time?
3.
Not
Two
really.
season, one in between end of season and playoffs.
yeah.
We didn't scrim during the season.
I can confirm.
Yeah. I remember it was the first time we scrimmed, and we scrimmed I didn't really know what to get, so I think I found a 4-2 scrim, and we kind of just stomped so hard that they just canceled early, and we were kind of weren't even trying. They just can't they. I don't know. They called GG's at 9:30 or something like that. It was it was kind of weird. Yeah, Tiny. Yeah,
I was going crazy.
It was just crazy in that scrim. I don't know what to tell you. That's what I'm saying. That's why we got Tiny. He's a scrim god. He's got the scrim bucks.
I got
Zephyr.
Zephyr, yeah, he's like Zephyr.
So I guess this kind of goes on into the next question, which would be, what did you guys do, if anything, for team bonding? You know, because obviously you didn't scrim very often.
We played in the matches.
late night VC and Hanamura Hotshots.
Every once in a while we'd be in VC together.
Yeah. Like Joshua, I swear it's like Joshua and like Glacial and like sometimes one other person. We're in the
Remember, like,
Hummer
Jeff
Hotshots
Big
VC at like 5 a.m. like every
Hey,
day.
shh, we
I
don't talk about
swear.
that, okay?
What is going on?
The
The
question is,
real
why
question
are
is,
you
why
awake
didn't
at
you
the time?
join?
I mean,
Yeah,
yeah, the
like,
the team
Everyone
is
knows that
basically
I
the
have a
HH like friend group, and that server has been really active since January. So
Yeah,
yeah.
All right.
that's not.
Let's see what other stuff we got here. What do you say what would you say your hardest match was throughout this season?
The one where I
What
played.
was the one we lost?
The
Probably that
4v5?
one.
As the Newts one,
The 4v5?
the one we got reverse
I mean,
swept. No, I
4v6.
mean that one. I don't know. It was obviously. I mean, it's
That
got to
was
be
not
one of the
much.
ones we lost, right? Versus the 5v6 and then the Newts one, or we got reverse swept. It was,
I mean, you could
it's one
you
or the
could
other.
also say the one where you had to reverse sweep.
Oh yeah, that one too.
The
But-
Z9
That one was hard.
Yeah.
That one for the last like map and a half, I actually was playing with no sound. Like I had to take
yeah.
my headset off to talk to someone.
Wasn't it your mom? Just admit it.
Yeah, it was my mom.
And you still carried, so
Let's go, Pascal.
yeah. Yeah, maybe I actually don't know. I mean, it's one of those three. It's either the Newts where they reverse swept, the one where we reverse swept Z9, or the 5v6. But I don't know if you really count that because that's of course that's gonna be hard. So like Anubis, like I swear, like everyone was like trying so hard.
Yeah, I was like everyone. Then at Nubis map, I think everyone was trying their very hardest. Still lost because
Yeah. So then by Hollywood, it was just like no one.
yeah, no one wanted to trap. That was just
Because like even if we did try, like at that point it was like it had to be a reverse sweep, and that's just like impossible. 5v6 reverse sweep, like come on, like maybe we could have taken Anubis, but if you're telling me we have to reverse sweep, like no, it's just not possible. So
All right. So here's an interesting question: do you guys regret having so few players on your roster? Especially when it came to Pascal and his contenders/contenders trials, games and scrims where you kind of had to reschedule games around him sometimes.
I do think it would have helped to have a backup flex support, but
yeah, I don't know.
You could have called me. I'm
Yeah, I mean you were kind of like our backup in that.
my
yeah.
Zen
You
is
were our
great.
backup flex support.
No, I played.
Yeah, he was.
Is Map,
Oh my
is
God.
Map a flex support?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh, that's so weird.
Yeah, you're
And my
really good at
grandmother
Mora
is.
too. So
My Mora, it's unbelievable. Unbelievable.
diamond hit skin player in Mora, like it's very talented.
MVP.
we also had the game where we played Aqua.
Oh yeah.
That was
Oh
pretty
God.
difficult. I'm not gonna lie, but we still won because Easy Clap sucks. So
Oh.
Oh,
Oh, shots fired. Shots
I mean, they went 0-9. I'm allowed to say that, no? Like,
You're breaking
They
right those
tried.
I mean,
hearts.
you're true. You shouldn't say it.
yeah, I know. That game was a bit of an MTD, you know, infected, not very talented,
Oh.
but
Oh.
I mean,
He's the
you
best
I don't
player on
know,
that
Pretty
team.
sure, pretty sure that kid's about to have a higher peak than you. He's been playing ranked like 12 hours a day.
know.
Yeah, I guarantee you, next week he's gonna be higher star than you,
Yeah.
and you're gonna
That's
cry.
true. That's true.
Yeah. Camping 45.
Alright, so here's an interesting question. Who would you say is your biggest in-game leader? Tiny.
Probably our main
Tiny
thing.
Moo, Tiny Moo.
I have some advice every now and then, but nothing too special.
Joshua talks a lot.
Yeah.
For better or worse?
Well, depends. Like in game or out of game, you know. Like
In-game.
in game, well then probably for the better. But
Sometimes for the worst.
okay.
So you guys did end up making a few mid-season trades and whatnot, pickups like Nova. You traded for Beast, etc. So where did you find people like Nova, for example?
Well, that's a funny story. Noah was actually our coach, but one time in Scrim, we had to have him ring on off tank and realized that, wow, this guy's really good. So we decided to make him a player instead, for the better.
Yeah.
And then Beast, I think we traded Bakanje because he wanted to play on a team that actually scrimmed. So, yeah.
Yeah, I saw the Kanji complaining about not having a team to scrim on Z9, and I wanted to leave Z9 because I was doing too much work. And so I was like, "Hey Joshua, I'll play off tank for you." And he was like, "For real?" He was like, and I was like, "Yeah." And then we made the trade.
That actually sounds like exactly like our DMs. Like I'm not even kidding.
Yeah.
From what I remember, like that actually sounds like spot on.
All right, and let's see. I do have one more question for you guys, because this is probably one of the more prolific aspects of you guys ending up winning the season. Is Joshua? You had a little prophecy, shall we call it, in announcements,
Yeah.
where you said you guys would win and all that, and Glacial would get the finals MVP, and obviously you made that happen. So how much of that at the time, because you made that back in like early October, I think, how much of that was memeing and how much of it was being like dead serious, we're gonna do this?
I mean the finals MVP was a lot more of like a wing in it thing, to be honest, because like that's like, you know, that's like really hard to predict, right? Like who's gonna win the finals MVP, but like saying we'd win the league was definitely like pretty serious. Like that, I mean, it sounds like a meme, but it definitely was like, you know, like
I
it's
think-
very realistic, you know.
Yeah, I think after the draft, I was pretty sure we were gonna win.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, so are staff. That's why they let trials players in.
Hey, at least we didn't let Baz in mid-season. That was a rough call. We're like, should we let
Nah,
him
you
play?
should have let him in. He was
I don't
so
know if it would have
sad,
made a
dude.
difference looking at that match, but
Well, he wanted to play on Easy Clap, and that was it. But we
easy.
went back
I thought he was
and
gonna play
forth.
for Z9.
No,
Yeah.
Yeah,
Z9 wanted
everyone
to
said
pick
he was
him
gonna
up,
play Z9.
but he
so
said
I
he
don't
didn't
know.
want to play for C9. He's like, only for Easy Clap. And we're like,
Well, that was
maybe.
his way of trying to get it done because he knew like if y'all let him on Z9, they would be like actually good if they had all their players.
Yeah. Alright, last question I have for you guys is, how does it feel for the people who are from like Hanamura Hotshots last season, going from last season to this season, where you went from, you know, considered one of the worst teams to obviously the team that won it all?
Very good.
I'm sure you worked hard, Tony.
I worked very hard.
Hard work, like
I
actually,
feels-
I'm not even kidding. Like he worked harder than everyone here. Seriously, Tony put in the
It
effort.
feels emptier than I thought it would, to be honest.
Yeah.
But it's still nice. It's nice to looking back.
It's a clean ending because Pascal can't play anymore.
Yeah,
Yeah.
good way to end out your player career here. I know Divided
Yeah.
said something about maybe trying to create a tournament with like an actual prize pool for the upper levels of
Yeah.
play. I'm not sure if it's ever gonna happen, but
That'd be cool.
That'd be cool if you did that, but it's like, you know, like it allowed for like trials contenders players in it, you know,
yeah,
because like that way, like, you know, because it's like a prize pool, so it's
Yeah.
like it actually means something.
depends on how
Yeah,
much
you know
how
what else
serious
had a-
Dividing was on that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you know what else had a prize pool? The Valorant Weekly Rumble.
That's true.
Okay.
I want to talk about that because my team definitely would have won, but we all forgot about our semifinal match, and nobody showed up, and we had to forfeit.
Okay.
I think
I
winning the
was
league
worried.
though, like, I mean, I think Pascal said it kind of well. Like, it is a little bit more empty than you would have thought, because I feel like it took like a long time for us to get the redemption, you know, because like we started like the last season like Hot and More Hotshots in like January, and it's now December, so it's been like literally almost a year. So the feeling of like redemption doesn't feel as good because it's not like, oh, suddenly we had like a cool playoff run. You know, it's not really what happened. But it is kind of cool to like, I guess, reflect on like everyone's improvement. You know, I think literally everyone got better as a player. Like obviously,
Except
Pascal-
Tiny, man.
Except Tiny. He's always good. He's
He was-
literally out.
He was just
Like,
the best
improved,
start.
He improved in different games, not Overwatch.
Like legit though, like I think everyone improved. I mean, Jetpick's a little bit of a different case because he wasn't on HH originally, but I still think he even improved
Same
a
with
little bit
Bees.
just from playing with us. Yeah, same with Bees.
Dude, I was
So-
on Bark. That team was worse. I don't want to hear it.
Yeah, I know, but, like,
Yeah,
looking
that-
back, like,
I had it worse.
like everyone improved. Like you guys remember when I was like literally terrible at Ryan? Like,
Yeah.
like,
Beast,
they
you
should-
also
I
had
know.
redemption then, you know? You went from the actual worst team
Yeah.
to less team.
Alright, well
And, like-
that's all the questions I've got for you guys. If you have any closing statements, the floor is yours.
I got one.
Okay, go for it.
Tiny Moo carry.
Yeah, that's
Well,
true.
you did
Yeah,
carry
that's
that
true.
one game where you had to
Yeah.
play BAP.
Yeah.
His Widow and those pugs, like, I don't know. Like, the reason I picked Tiny Moo up. Seriously.
Yeah, my
That guy was
performance.
actually,
was-
like, seriously, that guy could compete with, like, the best Widows in Owl. I'm not even kidding.
Yeah.
Like, his scrim was
Mons,
insane.
KSP,
Like, yeah, like, you guys remember when we scrimmed against Shock that one time?
Arpe.
Yeah, that was
Like,
time.
yeah,
Yeah.
we put Tiny in for, like, Havana because it was a Widow map. And we're scrimming Shock, you know, and they're pretty good, right? Like,
Wait,
I'd
did,
say so.
Did you like unironically scrim Shock?
Yeah, you know, Pascal
Yeah.
hit up his boy Krusty, like, you know.
Okay.
Yeah,
Good
he
job
was
for
you.
Tiny Moo's DMs after the match.
You know,
After the
it,
tryout.
we sent him some League Zero VODs, you know, and Krusty was mildly impressed, so he got us a scrim, and then Tiny Moo, let's just say he Widow diffed ons. So.
I had this.
And let's just say after that they were begging for more blocks.
yeah.
I think they're still keeping a roster spot open for Tiny Moo to this day.
Yeah, once he turns 18, he's
Yeah, I was waiting.
All
Young
right.
prod.
Well, thank you guys for showing up to the press conference. It's not always guaranteed that teams remember that this is happening, but you guys even beat me to the pinging you, so thank you for that. Hope you enjoyed this season. Pascal, it was lovely having you these past 2 seasons. Hopefully you'll stick around, you know, not as a player, obviously, but you're too good for that. But, yeah, that's all we've got. Thank you guys for this season, and see ya.